just do it. You know, I know it's the Nike slogan, but actually the amount of time that I get worried about doing stuff before this, you know, before I started to, and you know, it's all linked with judgment and everything else. You know, the mindset is such a massive piece of this of business. So many people get worried about, you know, am I going to do it right? Is it going to, you know, is there going to be a problem? What happens if? And it's all this, what happens if, what happens if, what happens if? Being really, really honest, not enough people know who you are right in the beginning for it to matter, because you could get something completely wrong. So today's Facebook Live, I'll be honest, it's the first time I've done a Facebook Live, so hopefully it's going well. I was worried, of course I was worried. It's the first time I did something new, but at the same time, you know, I realised that it's not the end of the world. I've got to do it now, otherwise it's never going to. Why is it going to be different later than it is now? You just have to get going. If you want to start a podcast. Right now is the right time to do it. If you want to do any of the stuff, you know in your head what is the right thing to do. The only thing that's holding you back is your own mindset. So it really is, you know, and the amount of people come to me and say, oh, should we start advertising? Should we start doing this? Should we start this? Now, again, certain things are, you know, money's involved, but when it comes to, like, again, starting a podcast is the obvious one, or starting a Facebook group, starting a, you know, anything else. That's always, yeah, go do it. Do it now, right now. Get out there and do it right now. If you're thinking about it, then it's already too late. It's already going to be driving you nuts. It's already something you're thinking about. You're emotionally invested in. Go out there and do it. And you go out there and do it. And you know what? Sometimes you fail. But that's fine, because you fail your way to success. You know, this is, you know, so important. You're not going to get your first podcast right. It's going to be, to be honest, it's going to be pants. You know, it's not going to be that great. But you need to do that one and get your first podcast wrong, as an example, to then learn, so your next one's better, and then that one's not great, but it's better than the first one. And before you know, you're 20 podcasts in, and now you're actually starting to kick out a decent product. But you're not going to get to number 20 until you've made number 1. Now, you have to make that first one for it to work. You know, so you have to really make sure, you know, get out there and fail hard and fail as fast as you can. Because once you get through that mindset, once you get through that, you can fail a few times. And like I say at the beginning, no one's watching. You know, it's not like you've got an audience of 50,000 and they, you know, and it's going to be the one that dives. The first one, you're only going to have a handful of people that listen to you, and that's fine, because that's where you're making your mistakes. That's where you learn and trade. That's where you're doing everything else. And that's great.